Hello everybody, welcome back to our video of NEET MDS 2021 Recall series. In this video, we are going to see another index, that is OHI-S Index. That is nothing but Oral Hygiene Simplified Index, which is very important from the subject Community Dentistry. So the question they have asked in the previous exam was, the DIS is 0.8 and CIS is 0.4. Interpret OHIS. So they have given debris index simplified score and calculus index simplified score, and they are asking you to interpret what will be the OHIS, and the options given were poor, fair, good and excellent. So let us see what is OHIS and how we interpret it. So oral hygiene simplified index. So oral hygiene index, we also have that. So oral hygiene index is a elaborate index involving all the tooths, involving around 12 tooth surfaces, but in simplified method we only use 6 tooth surfaces. It is a method of classifying oral hygiene index of population which has been simplified. Okay, simplified offers more rapid method than that of OHI, but it is not as accurate as OHI because the number of surfaces that we calculate decreases. It was developed in 1964 by John C. Green and Jack R. Vermillion. So it is developed in 1964 by John C. Green and Jack R. Vermillion. It has two components, that is simplified debris index and simplified calculus index. Examination and screening of debris index should always precede calculus index, because when we are doing the calculus index calculation first, what will happen? While placing the probe over the tooth surface, it might also remove the debris associated with the tooth surface. So in that way we will not be able to calculate debris accurately. Okay, then the index teeth that we use is, so we use 6 surfaces, as I have told you before, we use 6 surfaces. So the index teeth that we have examined for OHIS are 4 posterior teeth and 2 anterior teeth. Okay, so what are these posterior and anterior teeth? In posterior portion of dentition, first fully erupted tooth distal to the second bicuspid. Second bicuspid is nothing but the second premolar. So it is the tooth which is distal to the fully erupted, that is first molar, right? So the first molar 1/6, but sometimes second molar or third molar may also be examined. So it is the first molar, second molar or third molar, depending upon the availability of teeth in the patient. We do this in the posterior portion. So buccal surfaces of upper molar. So when we are calculating the upper arch, we use buccal surfaces of either 1/6, 1/7 or 1/8. Okay, so when coming to the lower molars, we use lingual surfaces. So lingual surfaces, so we use a of 3/6, 3/7, 3/8. Okay, in anterior portion of the mouth, labial surfaces of upper right 1/1 and the lower left central incisor 3/1 are scored. Here they didn't give any right or left directions like in posterior region, right? It can be one first quadrant or second quadrant in maxilla, or third or fourth quadrant in mandible. Okay, but when we are coming to the anterior portion, it is specifically the upper right, that is 1/1 first quadrant in maxilla, and it is third quadrant in mandible. So what if these two are absent? Because we are so specific about these two, what if they are absent? We'll replace it by central incisor of either 2/1 or 4/1. Okay, so on the opposite of the midline is substituted. Okay, so we use these. So here in this image they have given the surfaces. So 1/6, 2/6 buccal surfaces, 1/1 and 3/6, 4/6 lingual surfaces and 3/1 labial surfaces used. Okay, then coming to the criteria for classifying the debris. Okay, so here look at this image. You can just remember this image so that it will be easy for you to calculate the debris index. even in practical exams. So 0 is assigned, score 0 is assigned when no debris or stain is present, as in this tooth, and score 1 is assigned for soft debris covering not more than 1/3 of the tooth surface, or presence of extrinsic stains without other debris regardless of surface area covered. Okay, so presence of extrinsic stains is numbered as 1. Okay, so here you can see the debris not covering more than 1/3 of tooth surface. Number 2 is assigned to soft debris covering more than 1/3 but not more than 2/3 of the exposed tooth surface. Then number 3, it is more than that, covering the 2/3 of the exposed tooth surfaces. Okay, extrinsic stains is only given score 1 regardless of the amount of tooth surface it is covering. Okay, then coming for calculus score calculation. So 0, it is no calculus is present as in here. Then 1, supragingival calculus covering not more than 1/3 of exposed tooth surface as in here. And number 2, supragingival calculus covering more than 1/3 but not more than 2/3 of the exposed, or presence of individual flecks of subgingival calculus around the cervical portion of the tooth. So subgingival calculus is also scored as number 2, but flecks, individual flecks of, if it is a heavy band of subgingival calculus, it is given number 3. Okay, and number 3 is also given to the crown where the calculus is covering more than 2/3. So this here you can see heavy band of tooth subgingival calculus. So this is how we calculate the calculus index. Okay, then coming to the calculations that we follow, the formula is same for debris index and also the calculus index. It is nothing but buccal scores plus lingual scores by total number of surfaces examined. Okay, buccal scores plus lingual scores by total number of surfaces examined. Mostly this will be 6 always. Okay, then coming for the interpretation. So for interpretation of DI and CIS, so the index is said to be good if the score lies between 0 to 0.6. It is said to be fair if it lies between 0.7 to 1.8. It is said to be poor if it lies between 1.9 to 3.0. So these are given for debris and calculus. So OHI-S is a combination of debris and calculus index. So it will be, the higher value will be 3 plus 3, 6, right? So here the 6 will be higher for OHI-S. So how it is interpreted? Good is given to 0.0 to 1.2. Fair is given to 1.3 to 3. And poor is given to 3.1 to 6. Okay, so we have to remember these values. So it is very important. Okay, so the calculation part of questions mainly come from this. So please do remember this. Then coming back to the question. So DIS plus is 0.8, CIS is 0.4. So OHI-S is, so OHI-S, what, how we do? DIS plus CIS. So DIS, what they have given, 0.8 plus 0.4. This will be 1.2. So the OHI-S interpretation is, we have seen it right just now, right? Good will be 0 to 1.2. Fair will be 1.3 to 3. Poor will be 3.1 to 6, right? So you have to remember this. So 1.2 lies in good. So the OHI-S index, according to the scores they have given, it can be interpreted as a good OHI-S index. The option is present in option C. So the good will be the answer. If you like our video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram at Docshala for dental content and at Docshala Medical for medical content. You can also find us on Telegram. Thank you.